Recording started.
Okay, so as I said before, the country's presentation, okay? I finally got that all graded, okay? That was due at the very end of Unit 2, um, and so I got that graded. That's worth 100 points, so you'll want to make sure you're doing that. We have our next and final project that's going to be due next Wednesday. I'm going to be sending out a video about that as part of the Flipped Friday class, okay? They'll be sending on the announcement page, so look for that. That one is just a writing assignment. So let's kind of go over what's going on, what's happening right now, okay? So if we look right here, today is the 12th. We got December 2018. Today is the 12th, okay? So this week we'd want to get done Lesson 10 and Lesson 12 quiz, okay? You should have all of these other ones done, and I have like a little pacing thing on that. That paper is due, it's a paper on a geography topic, okay? So anything we've talked about, population, poverty, let's see here, immigration, economics, government, there's so many things that we've talked about, okay? So you can go back and pick one of those things and you can research it. As I said, I'm going to send out a video of like what we want to kind of do that for, okay? When is it due? It's going to be due the 19th of December, okay, next Wednesday. So I am going to continue on here real quick because the last day of the block is the 11th of January. So we have winter break. So if I go back right here, we have winter break all the way through here, and then we come back. You'll just have quiz 15, 14, 15, and everything would be due probably on the 9th is when I'm going to have it, the last thing due. And the end of the block is the 11th. So you guys are getting through it, okay? Is everybody? That'll be good. Then we're going to be moving into the third block, which is crazy how fast time flies, okay? So to be on pacing, this is what you should have done already, okay? All of the quizzes, somebody asked me about points. So all of the quizzes are worth 25 points, but the presentation, the country presentation, and the writing assignment are worth 100 points, okay? So it takes 4 quizzes to make up what the presentation is. So it's important to do those, okay? So so somebody said, what day do you get out of school, like the last day of the whole year? Oh man, I think it's like end of May. I know end of May is when graduation is. So, good question. You'll have to go on the website and do that. Okay, for the country presentation, I'm going to throw in the chat here the little video on it, okay? So if you have not done it yet, you're going to want to, oops, I almost did something. I don't want to screw up the whole Control V. Alright. Alright, so do I have any more what? Sorry. I wasn't paying attention to your... Anyway, so that video is showing how to do the country presentation. You guys have done a really good job, those that have turned them in. You know, just following along with that culturegram, like talking about how much population, what the climate's like, that kind of stuff, is something that's really good you could do in your presentation. So you guys have done, those that have turned them in have done a really good job. So, okay, what is coming due, okay? Quizzes 10, 11 due at the end of this week. Next week, you have Lesson 12, the geography topic paper, and Lesson 13, and then after we get back from the break, 14 and 15, okay? So that's where we are right now. Any questions on what needs to be done, what's going on, that kind of stuff? I see some of you guys in the... No, nobody's typing. Okay. All right, let's continue on, okay? So now we are into South America. So we've done an introduction to geography in Unit 1. Unit 2, we did North America. Unit 3, we did Central America. Now we're on Unit 4, which is Central America. Okay, so we're going to be going over a lot of that stuff. Now, Central America is a little bit different. Can anybody tell me what kind of animal this is right here? It's kind of ugly. Anybody know what that is? Had some people type. Oh man, you guys are typing out things and then my chat wouldn't go on. All right, yeah. So there's big iguanas. Okay. So a type of iguana. So a lot of these are growing in tropical places, and most of the tropical places are found in South America, mostly along the Amazon River. But it's also very diverse. You have some of the highest points in the world if you look at the picture over here to the right. There. Okay, so somebody asked a question, is there a specific amount of words or pages on the topic paper? It needs to be about 1 page, okay? 1 page double spaced. So, I'm not doing amount of words, more just 1 page double spaced, okay? About any topic. You can do it on animals too, right? And where different animals live. That's part of geography. If you remember, geography is like the study of the earth and everything in it. So, good question. All right, so it's very diverse. You also have, because of like how high altitude is and everything, if you look at this picture over here to the right, does anybody know what that is? That's representing that kind of ring is what they call it. That's in red. That I'm following my thing around. The Ring of Fire, or Wall of Fire. Yeah, it's Ring of Fire. Perfect. Yeah, so it's called the Ring of Fire. So that's where the tectonic plates are shifting, particularly the Pacific plate, okay? And like 95% of the whole world's volcanoes and volcanic activity happen along the Ring of Fire, okay? And so you see right here, it goes right down like Mexico. So Mexico actually is really high elevation, right down South America. That's why you have the Andes Mountains that are right along there. You have some of the highest points in the world, and you have a lot of earthquakes and volcanic activity, which is another thing you could write your paper on, which would be like natural disasters, volcanoes, earthquakes, tsunamis, hurricanes, tornadoes, okay? So, as I said, there's a lot of good stuff you can write it on. It's all about geography, okay? All right, so that's one of the things that comes into play as you're thinking of that, down the side there of Chile and those countries. As I said, one of the big things you have is you have, excuse me, a rainforest, okay? And the rainforest has a lot of different animal life in it that we don't see throughout the whole entire world, okay? There's different parts of it. Okay, does anybody know what this is right here? The middle picture. Okay, a snake. Does anybody know what kind of snake? Do we got any snake experts in here? Or experts? Oh, that was a pretty good joke. Experts. Yeah, it's an anaconda, okay? So anacondas are found like in warm, moist places, particularly the rainforest, okay? They can grow up to be really, really big. They're the ones that kind of you see like that wrap around things and like just ugh. Yeah, I'm not a snake fan either. You know, like those Harry Potter shows that like show all the snakes. Yeah. Oh, and when they did the spider one, that was horrible. Was not good at all. Okay. Not good at all. Okay, and then you also have this picture over here to the right. Does anybody know what type of animal that is? A jaguar, that's right. So jaguars are also found in the rainforest. So some interesting creatures that are found in the rainforest. And that might be a topic that you want to do on your presentation, right? What animals are found in the rainforest? And you just research the different animals, okay? Like in Diego. Yeah, that's I'm trying to think what show that is. I don't know if I've seen that one, Noah. Yeah. Dora. Okay. Oh, Diego. Oh, that one, like Dora and Diego, this little cartoon. Okay. Cool. I do have little kids, but they haven't got hooked into like Dora the Explorer or Diego, those kind of things yet. Not yet. Maybe someday. So there's different parts of the rainforest, okay? There's the giant trees that reach far heights. There's also the canopy that goes over there. And that canopy makes it very moist and stuff like that, where a lot of animals and insects and plants that don't live anywhere else live there. And then you have the understory, where it's that cool place where all these things live. That's another thing is ethnobotanists, which ethnobotanist is a person who studies plants, how plants and humans interact. And that's where we get a lot of our medicines from, is they go into the rainforest, they find these plants that that help out people, like have healing properties, and then they go back and manufacture and make our medicine and stuff. So it's really important, these rainforests, okay? And then you also have the forest floor that have a whole bunch of insects and animal life, as you kind of see there with anacondas and jaguars that we put up there. Where can you find where to do the essay? The essay is at the end of Unit 4, okay? So it's like 4.06 is where it has the assignment layout and kind of what to do. Okay, so it has the instructions, but I'm going to do a video on it and send that out Friday, okay, as well. So, good question. All right, so we're going to get now more into the people and culture of South America. So we had the Mayan population that lived like in the Mexico area, down like Belize, that kind of thing. As you travel farther south, you have the Incas, okay? And the Incas, one of the places that people go to a lot to see the Inca civilization, how it was, they had a very sophisticated civilization with government, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if you ever heard of Monte Piju. Anybody have heard of Monte Piju before? It's like this city that's like way up on the top of the mountain, right? And so they go up there, but they have different. So they found that they had a polytheistic system. So polytheistic basically means that they believed in multiple gods, and so they believed like what they call the sun god, Intui is what they call it. Maquila, which was the goddess of the moon, and then you have Manche Copac, which is the son of the sun god. So that was just a couple of them, and you can kind of see some depictions as they have right here of the sun god, how they do that. So where does it come from? You know, honestly, because they didn't have like records that we know of, like they have their own like written system, but not a lot of people know how to like translate it and stuff like that. So there's speculation of where these things came from, but we're not exactly sure. Archaeologists don't know. Okay, that's maybe something to research if that interests you. Why don't you write a paper on it? Okay, do that for your geography topic presentation or topic paper. All right. Yep, not a presentation. You already did the presentation on your country, so kind of interesting. Okay, now if we look at modern life, okay, so I'm going to write about wolves because they're my favorite animal. Okay, yeah, so if you're going to write about wolves, Freddie, what you want to do is tell me like the location, like where they live, how they interact with the environment, how they interact with humans, that kind of thing, okay? So that would be perfect. So now our modern South America, and this is based more like in Argentina. So in Argentina, they actually raise a lot of cattle. They like beef. They like to eat steak. You guys like steak? We got any meat eaters out there? Some steak. You? All right, cool. I like it. I like a good steak every once in a while too. Um, anyways, they grew up watching a lot of American television, okay? Particularly the cowboy, the Western type. So if you go down there, you're going to see a lot of people that are dressed almost like cowboys, right? Somebody said like prime rib, T-bone, yeah, good stuff. So they're basically a lot of cattle ranchers down there. They call themselves almost like the conquistadors, okay? So they're one that um, have a whole bunch of customs of living a Western field life. So that's something that you don't really think about when you're thinking about South America. So when you get into Argentina, you're going to see that they're kind of the modern day cowboy, as you would call it. Okay, so kind of interesting. So that's something else you can write about is what people are like or live like in certain areas. Okay, sometimes they take on certain personas, certain personalities, and the influence comes from either pop culture like television, like from the United States, or other things like that. Okay. All right, so we've gone through North America, South America, and Central America. And hopefully you've seen these before. This is a diagram. I can't remember what it's called exactly. What is it? A Venn diagram? Yeah. I think so. Okay. But what I'm going to do, I'm opening up so you guys have the writing tools. And so what you want to do in these spaces right here where it just has just North America, yeah, that's what it is, Venn diagram. So tell me what is just about North America that you've learned, okay? What's just about South America? What's just about Central America? What is the same with North America and Central America but not South America? Would go right here. North America and South America are the same. South and Central, okay? And then what do they all have in common? Yep, so just some facts, okay? So I'm going to put a timer on the board, maybe, would 3 minutes be good, or you need a little bit longer? What do you think? 3 minutes be good? I'll do 3, and if we need more, we can always do that. So I'm going to give you some time to fill that out, all right? So use your tools. You should have rights to do it. And just kind of some things that you remember. Okay? Very cool. I'll be back in a second. All right, so finish up your guys' thoughts there. Give you a second to do that. Awesome. Looks like we got some good things in here. All right, very good. Okay, so it looks like in North America it says fully in the northern hemisphere. That's good. Let's see here. Includes the United States. Okay, has a population, so pretty big population. Did you guys find that? Where did you find that one? Anybody find that one at a certain place? South America, fully in the southern hemisphere. Good. They're all like have an America next to it. They all grow crops. Okay. Kind of poor. Yeah. So each of those ones are fairly poor, right? North and or Central and South America. So the United States could be put as they have a lot of money. Has a lot of rainforest. Both of them good. A lot of volcanoes located between North. Okay. Had the Mayan Indian tribe. Yep. This one had the Inca. The United States had an indigenous population. They're like the Fremonts and other ones that kind of came up there were the ancient tribes. So very good. You guys did well. So here's some things that they did say on there. They put in their religion, a couple other things like that. Okay. High literacy rates, Maya border issues between North America and Central America. So that's some things on there. Okay, so that leads us to the exit ticket. Okay, I'm gonna open up the things, and I'm gonna push out to you, and Control C. So the exit ticket is going to be exactly what we just did, that Venn diagram. So you're just going to share a little bit about each, okay, of what you learned there, and that's going to be your exit ticket. So when you're done, you can take off. Let me push that out to you as well. Follow me there. And that is it. Okay. All right. Any other questions you might have? I'll stick around for a little bit, answer any questions about, the country presentation or anything like that, and then we'll go from there, okay? Yeah, you guys can chat for a little bit. I will close it down in about 5 minutes or so, okay? All right, see you guys.